human resource management, we are going to work as a group or team. So group or team efforts helps to achieve the overall objective. So maintain a good relationship. It helps to get the effective work as well as in order to establish a coordination among your employees. The HR manager has to design a workplace policy in such a way that it protects the interest of both the employer as well as the employee. Hello everyone, a warm welcome to one and all to the third session on Human Resource Management. I am Meghana from the Department of Commerce, lecturing in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So in the last session, we were discussed about the Human Resource Management. In today's session, let us continue with the first unit, that is Introduction to Human Resource Management. So in today's session, let us discuss with the Personal Management, then process of HRM, role of HR manager and trends influencing HR practices. So let us start with the first topic, that is personal management. What do you mean by personal management? So personal management can be defined as obtaining, using and maintaining a satisfied workforce. That means you need to obtain, you need to recruit and you need to use. So you need to make use of the available human resources and you need to maintain the existing human resource workforce in the organization. So in order to maximize the efficiency, in order to get a maximum work from your employee, you need to maintain and you need to use and you need to recruit the employees to achieve the organizational objective. So you need to obtain, you need to use and you need to maintain the human resource management in the organization to achieve your organizational objective. So here it is a significant part of the management concerned with the employees at the work and with their relationship with the organization. So maintain a good relationship with the organization. According to Flippo, personal management is a planning, organizing and compensation and integration and maintenance of a people for the purpose of contributing to organizational, individual and societal goal. So the main objective is to fulfill the organizational objective, then individual objective and societal goal. So for that you need to plan, you need to organize and you need to compensate, give compensation for the employees in order to motivate the employees to work effectively. Then you need to integration and maintenance of people. So after motivating and after training and development, you need to maintain the workforce with the organization. In order to achieve the organizational objective, you need to retain your employees for a longer period and you need to enhance their performance in the organization. So here you need to plan, organize and you need to compensate, integration then maintenance of an employee in order to achieve all the objective, all the organizational objective, individual objective and societal objective. So here you need to get maximum benefits from the personnel. So it benefits for the organization as well as the individual. Now you know what is personal management and human resource management. Human resource management is a process of planning, organizing and maintaining a workforce in the organization to get a maximum result or in order to increase the efficiency. So here you're going to concentrate on individual employee. So there under human resource management we are going to concentrate on all the human resource available in the organization. Now what is the difference between personal management and human resource management? So let us look into the differences. First basis for comparison is meaning. So personal management is an aspect of management that concerned with the workforce and their relationship with the entity. So individual employee and the relationship with the organization. Here it's a branch of management that focuses on most effective use of the manpower of entity. So how you are going to utilize the existing manpower in the organization. So here you are going to focus on the effective use of the available resources. Next parameter is approach. It is a traditional approach. Personal management is a traditional approach. It is a traditional approach, but human resource management is a modern approach. Next one, treatment of manpower. So initially under personal management, we treat employees or individual as a machine or tool. So we are paying for employee, we need to get the work done. That's it. Here we treat the employees as an asset so that both the individual as well as the organization will get benefits. So here we give importance for the individual development as well as the organizational development. Here we give importance for the individual needs and wants. So the organization try to satisfy the individual needs and wants so that they work effectively for the organization. So next one, types of function. It is a routine function. It is a routine function. It is a continuous process, but it's a strategic function. Management use the strategy in order to get a maximum result or in order to increase the efficiency of the employees. Next one, basis for pay. Here, job evaluation based on their job, based on their position, we are going to pay for the employee. But here, performance evaluation. So, individual salary will depend on their performance so that they work effectively in order to get more remuneration. So, it is a strategy used to get a maximum effort or maximum result from the employees. So, it's a strategic function as well as based on their performance, you are going to pay salary and remuneration and incentive for your employees. So, next one, management role. It is a transactional role under personnel management, but it's a transformational role under human resource management. Next one, communication. Here for the personnel management, it is an indirect communication. For human resource management, it's a direct communication. Next, labor management. It's a collective bargaining contract. So personnel management, you're going to, it's a collective bargaining, but human resource is an individual contract. Based on the individual skills and knowledge, you're going to hire the employees. So next one, initiative. It's a piecemeal, but it's a integrated under human resource management. Management action. It's a procedure. It's a continuous process and they are going to follow the procedure. But human resource management is a business needs. Based on the requirement or based on the changes in working environment, the management action will change. Based on the needs, based on the business needs, they are going to take action. Next, decision making is slow in personal management but fast in human resource management. Job design. Here it's a division of labor. Here you are going to divide the work for an individual. So you are going to divide the whole work for an individual. But in the human resource management, we are going to work as a group or team. So group or team efforts helps to achieve the overall objective. So here the team efforts helps to achieve objective as quick as possible. Focus. Here the focus is primarily on activities like employee hiring, remunerating, training and harmony. Here focus is on for employee hiring and remunerating and for training the individual. But here the focus is treat manpower of the organization as a valued asset. So we are going to treat employees as a valued asset and we are going to get the work done effectively from the employees. So focus is only for the hiring and training and development and a personal management. Here we are going to treat them as a asset. So these are the difference between the personal management and human resource management. Moving further, the process of human resource management. So you need to follow some procedure and process to manage your human resource. So what is the process of human resource management? This is the most significant and primary process for formulating appropriate strategy. So you need to formulate a strategy in order to manage the human resource. So then it includes putting the right person to the right place. So in order to get the effective results, you need to put the right person for the right job. So then you can expect a good results or better results in your organization. So based on their skills and knowledge, based on the individual skills and knowledge and their achievements, you need to allot the work for an individual. So here, you need to follow all the procedure. You need to follow the procedure in order to manage your human resource. So in order to allot the right work for the right employee, you need to follow some procedure. So those process of human resource management are, it includes recruitment. So first one is recruitment. The organization or HR manager, the responsibility of a HR manager is to find out the requirement for human resource. So the human resource requirement for the organization, then you need to describe job description and job analysis, so that you need to formulate some strategy in order to attract the customer. Here under the first process, you are going to attract the candidates to apply for the job. So based on the skills and knowledge, you are going to collect the application from the candidates. So you are going to collect the application from candidates under recruitment process. So after that, you are going to evaluate their application and you are going to select the best candidate or best application for your job. That means the more number of application you get under recruitment process, the more choices, more option for the organization to select the best option. So under selection, you are going to evaluate the performance or you are going to evaluate their skills and knowledge, then you are going to select the best candidate. So after selecting the best candidate, you are going to hire. That means you are going to give offer letter for an individual or offer letter for the employees. It includes date of joining and all the rules, conditions of your organization. So after hiring, you need to train. You need to give training for an individual. So you need to mold the skills and knowledge of an individual according to the requirements of your organization. So based on their skill, you are going to mold their skills and you need to give training for the employees based on your requirements. So it helps to develop individual skills. So after training, it helps to develop an individual skill. It is benefit for both the organization as well as the individual. Next one, after training, you need to allot the work for an individual. So after training and development, you need to allot the work for an individual and the resources for individual to perform their job effectively. So after that, you need to evaluate their performance. You need to manage their performance. Regularly, you are going to evaluate the performance and give a opinion or feedback for the individual, or you need to give a feedback for employee, so that it helps the employee to improve their work by this guidance. So HR manager has to give opinions or guidance for an individual based on their performance. You need to appreciate their performance if an employee done the good job. Next one, remuneration to employee and benefits. So after that, you need to give remuneration, bonus, incentives for the employees in order to motivate an individual. So based on their performance, you are going to evaluate and you are going to give remuneration for the employee, as well as the benefits. Benefits either like a holiday packages or any other financial or non-financial benefits for the employee to motivate the individual to work effectively. So you need to motivate an individual. Last one, employee relationship or employee relation. You need to maintain a good relationship with your employee so that they can communicate easily, they can give their feedback directly, so that it helps the organization to make changes as required. So maintain a good relationship. It helps to get the effective work as well as in order to establish a coordination among your employees. So the good relationship plays an important role in order to retain your employees in the organization as well as in order to achieve your objective. So it helps to create a good name for your organization. So this is all about the process of human resource management. Moving further, the role of HR manager. So what all are the roles of HR manager? So first role is to human resource planning. So human resource planning. HR manager, it's a responsibility of a HR manager to accomplish the organizational goal. So their objective is to fulfill the organizational objective. So the HR manager, the responsibility of a HR manager is to concentrate on achieving the organizational objective. For that, he need to plan, he need to identify, he need to utilize the available resources. So he need to plan to achieve the organizational objective. How he can contribute for the organizational goal. So how he can contribute to achieve the organizational objective. So next one, job analysis and design. So in order to execute the plan, so here you are going to plan to achieve the organizational objective. So in order to plan that, you are going to design. He is going to analyze and design. So the role of HR manager is to allot a right employee for the right job. So right resources for the right project. So then he can get a maximum results or effective results for the organizational objective. So he need to allot a right employee, right human resource for the project, so that you can get better results for organizational objective. So in order to achieve the organizational objective, you need to allot a right employee for the right job. So next one, hiring candidates. So under job analysis and design, it includes job description and the responsibility, roles and responsibility of an employee, and whom the employee is responsible to report, and their roles and responsibility, and their salary package. All this you need to describe, or all this you need to mention. Under job analysis, you need to allot a right person for the right job, as well as you need to describe job description as well as the role of a employee, then position of an employee in the organization, and for whom is responsible to report, and the salary for an individual. All this you need to mention, or all this you need to plan. So after that, hiring candidates. So now you know the existing employees in the organization and their efficiency and their capability. So after that, you need to identify the gap. So what is the requirement to accomplish your organizational goal, and what is the existing manpower, how you can get a maximum result, or how you can utilize at a maximum level to accomplish your goal. So then find out the difference between the requirement as well as the existing employee. So based on that, in order to fill the gap, you need to hire the candidates. You need to hire the candidates in order to fulfill the gap. So here you need to find out the difference. You need to find the gap. Then based on that, you are going to hire your candidates. While hiring the candidates, you need to design, you need to make a strategy, the requirement for organization, the skills and knowledge required to accomplish your goal. So the particular skills required to perform your job. So you need to make a strategy. Based on that, you are going to hire the candidates. You are going to receive the application from the candidate. You are going to select, you are going to analyze, and you are going to evaluate and select the best candidates. Then hire the individual, hire the employees. After that, you need to train the individual. So training is compulsory, or training is necessary in order to mold the individual skill, as well as in order to improve their existing skills and knowledge. So it helps to develop individual skills. So next one, here training is not only necessary for the new employee, it is also necessary for the existing employees in order to keep updated with the changes. So in order to update yourself with the changing environment, you need to give training for the existing employee as well as the new employees. So training is both the new employees as well as the existing employees. Next one, design workplace policy. It is an essential role of a HR manager to design a workplace policy in order to reduce the conflicts and legal issues, and it helps to improve the productivity of employees. So the HR manager has to design a workplace policy in such a way that it protects the interest of both the employer as well as the employee. So you need to design a workplace policy in order to reduce all these issues, and it protects the interest both the employer as well as the employee. So the workplace policy may be differ from one organization to other organization, but the some of the policy which includes under workplace policy is standard working policy. So standard working policies in the organization, and anti-harassment and non-discrimination in the organization, then paid leaves, sick leave and time of benefits, then time tracking and individual attendance, employee attendance and their punctuality. So all this comes under the designing workplace policy. So it's a role and responsibility of a HR manager to ensure all these policies. So next one, monitor the performance. So this monitoring, it plays an important role in order to guide your employee to the right path. So monitor the performance of an individual regularly, so you can maintain a record of an individual work and individual achievements, so that you can guide them to the right path. Then you can get a feedback, or you can track their performance whenever you need or whenever you require. So you need to monitor an individual performance. So you need to give guidance for your employees in order to overcome from their problems and to rectify their errors. So monitoring plays an important role. So next, maintaining work culture. So it's a responsibility of a HR manager to maintain the work culture. So it helps to create a good opinion about the organization from day one. So maintain a work culture so that it helps to create a goodwill about your organization. It helps to know the employees what to expect from the organization. So what to expect from the organization. Largely, the individual performance depends on the work culture. Based on the work culture or work atmosphere, it influences their performance. So that maintain a good work culture for the employees in order to get a effective work, as well as in order to reduce the conflicts and in order to manage. So maintain a work culture. It's a responsibility of an HR manager in order to reduce all the conflicts and maintain a work culture in the organization. Next one, resolve conflicts. When you say a group of employee or human beings, there is a conflict, then partiality and various other factors which leads to reduce the productivity in the organization as well as to reduce the efficiency in the organization. So the role of HR manager is to resolve conflicts. You need to manage with this conflicts. So give an opinion, take opinion from both the sides, then make a decision to solve all the problem. Take a corrective measure or action to solve the problem and to reduce the conflict in the organization. So it's a role of HR manager is to establish a coordination among the employee and make a group. So the group effort will help to achieve the organizational goal as quick as possible. When there is an organization, obviously the conflicts will occur. So a role of HR manager is to resolve all the conflicts so that it helps the employees to work effectively. Next one, ensure health and safety of an employee. So you need to give importance for the employees' safety and their health. So it's the role of HR manager is to take some action, or the role of HR manager under the health and safety of employees. It includes arranging on-premises doctor for the emergency situation and arranging ambulance in the organization, then employees' health benefits and employees' sick leaves. So all this comes under the ensure health and safety of employees. So because the health influence on their performance, health influence on the individual performance. So you need to give importance for their health and safety. Organize fire safety training programs in the organization. So in order to increase the knowledge of your employees. So all this comes under the health and safety of employee. Last one, rewards and incentives. Rewards and incentive is a key factor, or it is a key motivational factor. So through this, you can motivate your individual. Either it may be a financial or it may be a non-financial benefits. It helps to motivate the individual. So give some rewards and incentives for the individual. It motivates an individual as well as the other employee to increase their efficiency. It helps to create a good competition, healthy competition in the organization. So all this is a role and responsibility of a HR manager. So moving further, last topic for the unit 1, trends influencing HR practices. So what are the recent trends which influence the HR practices? So under that, first one is globalization and its implication. So initially we are in the homogeneous business. So now the business are expand. We are dealing with the other countries. So we are exporting and importing. So all this leads to improve your individual skills and knowledge. So it requires more skills and knowledge for an individual. So it influences on the organization. So your individual communication and individual languages and their communication skill influence on the organizational objectives and goals. So first one is a globalization and its implication. It affects on the human resource practice. Next one, workforce diversity. So as I told you in the first point, so now we are dealing with other country. So it diversify the work. So now we are going to expand your business. So expanding the business, which leads to diversify your work. So it affects on the HR practice in the organization. Next one, changing skill requirements. So the method or the technology what we use is also changing from time to time. So based on that, the skills are changing. So changing skills requirement. So you need to, individual or employee should keep update with the changes in order to meet all the skills and knowledge required to accomplish your objectives. So it influences on your HR practice. Next one, corporate downsizing. So the various factors like this pandemic period, it leads to reduce the employees in the organization. So the organization has to reduce the employees. They need to fire some employees in order to maintain or in order to sustain in the market. So that it is a complex activity for the organization. They are going to consider a minor factor in order to fire an employee. So that they are going to consider various factors. So like retirement as well as their individual performance and various factors to reduce the number of employees in the organization. Next one, continuous improvement program. Individuals should be flexible enough to update for the changes. So you need to keep update your skills and knowledge in order to improve your skills. So the organization has to conduct some training programs in order to improve individual skill. So according to the changes in technology and various factors, changes in technology and in changes in environment, you need to keep update with your changes. So that conduct a training program or improvement program in the organization. So next one, contingent program. Under this, the employees are hired only to perform a particular job. That means the organization is going to recruit the employees for a particular project because it requires some special skills and knowledge to perform a particular job. So they are going to recruit a particular employee to accomplish or to perform only a particular project. Only for the particular project they are going to recruit the employees. So that is contingent workforce. So the special skills and knowledge required to perform that project. Based on that requirement, you are going to recruit the new employees only for that particular project. You may continue with the same employees for the further project or may not. So based on their skills and requirement and the requirements for the organization, you are going to make a decision. So that is contingent workforce. Next one, decentralized work site. Nowadays, the organization are getting more decentralized. That means the organization getting more decentralized. So it benefits to take a decision. So make a decision easier, as quick as possible. So now you need to make a decision quickly. So that this decentralization allows the manager to take decision quickly so that it helps the organization to achieve your objective easily. So all the time you cannot depend on the top management to give orders. So sometimes they need to take the decision quickly. So that this decentralized work sites, it helps the managers to take decision as quick as possible. Last one, employee involvement. So this employee involvement plays an important role in the organization. So organization has to, this HR manager tries to increase their efficiency and their productivity. So you need to give more importance for the individual needs and wants so that it helps to increase the employee involvement in the organization. So all this will influence on the HR practices in the organization. So the recent trends which influence the HR practices are this 8 points. So we finished with the first unit. So let us meet in the next session with the second unit. Until then, keep watching. Thank you.